Our story begins on a holiday night, in the process of interphase, synthesis, if I'm right.
Dienne Astrand, a young girl, lay awake in her bed, with wishes of a sister swirling about in her head.
A girl, and just as pretty as me. Oh please, Repliclaus, send me a sister, answer my plea.
Wham, bam, smack! Repliclaus lands in a clatter. No chimney for him, though, he brought up a ladder.
DNA, 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 roars Repliclaus with a shake. Dear Dienne, I have brought my trusty elf signs, a sister they shall make.
And with that, Repliclaus upturned his mighty sack. Out rolled Heli, Gyri, Primy, the Polly brothers, and Laggy with a smack.
Well, first, young Dienne, get familiar with Heli, DNA helicase. He'll relax you, unwind you, and untie your double helix like shoelace.
This is the origin of replication, and here comes Gyri, Gyrase, holding her strands in place. Blimey.
Of course, something must prevent the strands from binding once more. Single-stranded binding proteins. Without them, this would be a bore.
Still the elfzymes push on. Primy goes to town. Prime sticks on primers, with more on the lagging strand, all the way down.
The primers are made of RNA, binded complementary. How they bond? Well, it's chemistry, elementary.
The first Polly brother, DNA polymerase 3, gets the job done. He latches onto the primers, and 5' to 3' continues the strand. What fun!
The second Polly brother takes his place. DNA polymerase 1, the RNA primers he acts to replace.
Well, now the strands are separate, base pairs matched. But wait, what are those gaps? They must be attached.
So out jumps the last elf sign, Liggy or Lagase. Like glue, he completes the replication, attaching segments with haste.
DNA, 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 roars Repliclaus. My job is done. Elfzymes, back in the bag. How do you feel, young one?
I feel like a new strand, says Dean. I love my sister. Now, young one, don't tell your mister.
But wait, Repliclaus, I feel shorter, says Dienne in fear. You're eukaryotic, no worry, it's just your telomeres.
One day you'll die, reach your hayflick limit, and I'll have more elfzymes to recycle you, Repliclaus spit.
So at last ends the story of young Dienne Astrand, readily replicated for when mitosis is at hand.